Kubor nakaslem jong unong san Hima.
Ka Wildlife Week kadai kaway na kitayo le kamen. Balapan long daga Divisional Forest Officer West Jaiñtia Hills Wildlife Division Jowai haluar ka thong ban penbena kubor skipat ba syapang ka jingdan kampanyada ban penne pensa ikimrat kisem kido bat ki saudong saukun ka may mariang. Kom tahaw ni usnam ru ka Divisional Forest Officer West Jaiñtia Hills Wildlife Division Jowai kalapan lang yung ka Wildlife Week haluar ka mat kerpang ka baong Partnership for Wildlife Conservation balapan kut ru ya ka Shnong Demthring ha kasingi tho ding ha kajing sakhilang o SM Sahay IFS Principal Chief Conservator of Forest Biodiversity and Wildlife Meghalaya Shillong bat u PK Agrahari IFS Chief Conservator of Forest Wildlife Meghalaya Shillong ha kajing dan lang gikena school kinahikay bat ki Shnong ya kajing lang na penya daga kong en nalu Divisional Forest Officer West Jaiñtia Hills Wildlife Division Jowai palayo ka jingkran chapang ka Wildlife Act na ka kong M Suchang Forest Pleader kijat marat bala ban syam harilum Jaiñtia labatay do ba S Lao Range Forest Officer IC Kyang Wildlife Range Clearian kilat ya dai kimrat kisem kido bat kisaudong saukun kami mariang bat kerpang kajing batay syapang kijat pukni labatay do Dr. Aniket Pawar Assistant Center Manager Vulture Conservation and Breeding Center Assam Hakathong ban kring jing perkat perdan jugi kena skul la donru jing yakop drawing extempore speech balapan long haki arbenta koi gade kerpangi kena skul bahap apo ke Demthring Center bat koi pat di skul bahap apo ke Jowai Center.
Please smile. A big clap for her, please.
This year's theme for Wildlife Week is participation, partnerships for wildlife conservation. This is very important. This gives trust for joining hands of different agencies, different stakeholders for this common goal of wildlife protection and conservation. In our state, it's even more relevant as most of the areas, most of the forest areas, we know that it's under ownership of the private and community ownerships. And it goes without saying that the conservation efforts of the department cannot be sufficient unless there is an active participation and active support from the communities, and which we have been having since long as a tradition. Through instruments, through such occasions and through instruments such as creation of community reserves under Wildlife Protection Acts, we tend to basically strengthen our collaboration and strengthen our relationships between each other. And this gives great impetus to the overall efforts for wildlife conservation. And we have been fortunate to have this support from our local people, local Shnongs. A very bright example which has been highlighted by my previous speakers was the recent visit of Himalayan griffon vulture in great number. For 2 to 3 months around that they stayed here, and with the help of local people our department was able to successfully manage their stay here, and that was really great. I will extend my heartfelt thanks to all the Shnongs here and local people for that kind support, and expect that such support will continue in all our future endeavors. Also, it is very important to transmit these values and these concerns about the wildlife conservation to our future generations also. In that context, it was very heartening to see such young minds here today, young students, boys and girls, who showed so much enthusiasm and took such active participation in all the activities organized by the Wildlife Division in connection with the Wildlife Week celebration, and I congratulate you for your participation, first of all, and
that we got from them. So, just to cite a few examples, pollination. Pollination is being done by what? By birds, by bees, animals that carry pollen grains, move from one place to another, and help in the dissemination in the spread of these pollen grains, disperse them into the stigma of other flowers. And then, in addition to that, seed dispersals. Seed dispersals is generally done in the wild by animals and birds. So these are just a few examples to show the interconnectivity, the interrelationship, the importance of coexistence, living in harmony with other forms of life on Earth. So if one form of life on Earth is lost, it will result in subsequent loss of other life forms, which ultimately will affect us human beings. So in that way, we need to protect and conserve each and every form of life on this planet Earth and prevent them from getting extinct. Alright, because otherwise the balance will be disturbed and it will lead to the extinction of other species as well. Okay, to the general public. Kawi ke House na Kakandi Sambawa, kani ke Sorkap India, Dishna ke kawi ke board ko khut ki Indian Board of Wildlife ko pet ayo konsa priang ni kani ke jingsiang ko yang ke jingam kam yang ni merat kemaleng di jingam karo karo emis lawapai. Pertama lu kam to pene pensa ai o yada ai ni jing at ni jing ma. The this IBWL, Indian Board of Wildlife, has decided that every year there should be dari India di bawah ini. Udah siap ke sarkar untuk penyiap petani merat mereng. Jadi jingtung jingkat tahu orang wildlife. Ini jingin UN sebelum untuk lo ini merat. Ini jingtung jingkat bukan sebelum UN sebelum. Udah siap ke sarkar untuk delek petani boleh dulu. Ini tidak permit ini ke an yuk tak rekam. You connect and start a camera. We cannot leave Marengo and Hoplo. The house member had in this Panya Boa, the Chinali Garden Act. Go put the Wildlife Protection Act. Young Bar and Girl, the Bartawai, Younger India. The account of this in child, Younger India, the canal with the new Tibo. Kerpang lagi dengan Shnong warok untuk dari besarkan negeri warok guru em apa di India wo yelek internet bisa kemudian dia penbaik dia penunti dia yelek YouTube ini bisa kamtame wo yada di merat di mereng em kok lo mohon usia petani mohon punya petani ini yang usah kenal ekosistem.
Once this bird was in 4 crore population in India. Today it's listed as a scheduled 1 species, which is like on an equal level of tiger. But during the 80s, it was on same level of crow. Do you understand? It was that common.